The second TV that I'm going to have to recommend would be the Sharp Aquos 32 or, you know, on up or whatever. But this TV is the closest to the Sony as far as quality goes. The only differences I could find was it seems like the whites were a little, just a tad bit on the bright side when playing the games, and when certain commercials came on TV, the whites were just a little too white. Although, you know, I mean, you can go through the options, but I tried that and it didn't make that much of a difference. Well, and the blacks weren't really true black. It was a little bit bluish. But other than that, the motion in the games was actually a little bit better, I thought, as far as there wasn't as quite as much blurring on the Sharp. I mean, it was just very, very close. I definitely recommend Sharp Aquos. Very nice TV, especially for the price. It's quite a bit cheaper. Well, the bigger ones I believe are cheaper than the Sony's. 32-inch one I think is, if you get the 32-inch Sharp Aquos gaming TV with the Hyper-V mode, whatnot on it, or the Viper mode for the games, it definitely is going to cost you. Well, last time I checked, it's just a little more expensive than the Sony, but pretty close. I didn't get a chance to actually test that one out. I would have liked to have done that, but I'm sure it's probably even nicer than the Sharp that I tested out, the regular Aquos. The option modes on the Sharp, it's really just not there. They're really basic menus. If you want to change the brightness, like in the vivid mode, it's kind of hidden in the remote. You have to flip open the remote at the bottom and hit the button, because it's not in the options screens that I could tell other than that, which was kind of surprising. But because the TV definitely doesn't have a brightness level as good as the Sony, but once you find that button on the remote, it definitely helps. It's pretty decent. Another thing, a lot of these modes on these TVs, like when you turn on certain things that help with in-pay compression or motion blur, stuff like that, just different options. You might want those off when playing games, because in the dark areas you'll get a lot of blurring when you move around, and it might mess with your eyes. And if you can turn those certain effects off, you can get kind of overall better motion and without the blurring as much in the dark areas of the games. So that kind of makes a difference. Although some of the TVs, it doesn't matter what you do. The Sharp and the Sony, definitely might want to turn a couple of those effects off. But I do recommend the Sharp. Colors were pretty nice, although you can't turn the colors up as high as on the Sony. It's kind of weird. It's like even at the highest level, it's only half of what Sony does with the brightness of the colors and that. It kind of all depends on what you want, really. Like I said, a little bit better motion on the Sharp, but I'd deduct a couple points for a couple other things.
Yeah! See you later! Bye-bye!